I do not wish for you to find yourself in trouble because of me. That is not one of our conditions. Alessandra touched his hand to stop him from taking the sword with him.
Your father stood there while some man treated you like an animal, and you wish for him not to be harmed? I would not be locked up for killing a baron. I have my ways,
said Edgar. Thanks to your last name and connection to the crown, you won't be locked up, but the entire town will talk about you and call you a tyrant. I do not want that to happen. I am not saying I do not want him to die. I want you to do it quietly, and there is no one to see it happening. Alessandra caught sight of Katrina standing by the front door and James returning. Katrina would cry a river about her husband's innocence and never allow anyone to forget this moment. There was also the issue with their engagement. Although Alessandra accepted Edgar's proposal, her father was now claiming she was going to marry someone else. With there being no announcement nor ring on her finger, her father could send her anywhere he liked. There was no law to stop him. Edgar was certain Alessandra had not heard all the rumors surrounding him. He was already labeled a tyrant, and killing a baron wouldn't make his reputation worse or better. Still, it was Alessandra's choice when it came to her father's life.
I will take care of it quietly.
The other man you can get rid of. He is here to take me to his master, but my father told me it is another man I will wed. I don't want to run into him again. Alessandra was terrified of the man who came to pick her up.
Do not leave this carriage unless I call your name,
Edgar instructed her, then closed the door.
Edgar, I believe it would have been right for me to hear what you were talking about with my daughter. There is no need for you to get violent.
Desmond stepped back as Edgar started walking towards them with his sword dragging against the ground.
There was someone who asked for Alessandra's hand before you did. Who?
Edgar asked in a low tone. He was tempted to do as he pleased, but his soon-to-be wife in the carriage would never forgive him if he did. Edgar was trying to follow the lengthy lecture Alfred gave him. It was something along the lines of a happy wife, happy life.
Who are you trying to send my woman to? Didn't I make it quite clear the last time I was here? If a single strand of her hair was out of place, I would kill you. Silly me.
Edgar raised his sword to tap it against his head. Faint red lines formed where the sword grazed his skin.
My memories must be messed up. Careful, Edgar,
Desmond gulped. What sort of madman would tap their head with a sword?
Well, are my memories messed up, Baron? No, but there was a man who came before you, and... Who?
Edgar repeated the word much louder this time.
I saw you, Baron, raising your hand like you wanted to... But now you cower before me. You are no man. I gave you such a simple warning. Forgive me.
Desmond dropped to his knees. He clasped his hands together, begging Edgar to spare him this once.
I never intended to disrespect you. You there.
Edgar pointed his sword at Rowan when he started to walk to the other parked carriage.
It would be rude for you to not introduce yourself.
Rowan frowned, slightly annoyed he was brought into the Baron's mess. The Baron had one simple job, to send off Alessandra, and now the Duke was involved. He needed to leave before the Duke could question him about his master.
Allow me to introduce myself, Duke Collins. There seems to be a misunderstanding.
Rowan walked up to Edgar with one hand out for the Duke to shake and another behind his back, hiding his dagger. Desmond covered his mouth, tears falling from his eyes as he watched Rowan's head fall to the ground. He could not pinpoint when Edgar had swung his sword to execute Rowan. The only evidence was Rowan's severed head and the rest of his body falling to the ground, staining it with blood.
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.